What's up, everyone? This is Jim Davis. We're going to talk today about teaching the turn, teaching the pro agility turn. Change of direction. Change of direction, abbreviated in all the things that we do is COD. Change of direction is essential. It's essential just in terms of athleticism in general. It's also really key in this return to training idea because it's going to be one of the most important parts that we work on in terms of injury prevention. Every time we change direction, we're going to try to stress and strain the ligaments and the structure of the lower body, but only appropriately and only in safe ways. We want them to be resilient and resistant to injury as we progress forward. We don't want to overtax them too soon. So change of direction. When you teach the turn, these sections are very simple. They're essentially a way to allow our athletes to catch a breather real quick, but also learn. So make sure first and foremost as a coach that you've got everyone's attention, and then we'll teach the turn. As we sink, one of the biggest, most important parts about changing direction is anticipating the turn. It's anticipating the change of direction. So if you can imagine, this is going to be just like a face forward view. Here's where the athlete is starting. That's their anchor. They'll run out to, say, the hash or whatever their landmark is and tag. So we're going to test my drawing skills here real quick. But one of the keys is anticipating the landmark that we're about to touch. Okay, anticipating. We don't get to the hash mark, stop, reach down, tag it, and then run backwards. We anticipate the hash, and we're actually reaching forward toward it, tagging and exploding out in the opposite direction. So as one of the things that we're going to want to do is imagine where the hips and upper body will be. So these are the hips. I hope you can see this drawing. We're going to imagine where the tag point is. So there's the foot from sort of a frontal view. You'll notice that hips and feet are still pretty much under the base. You'll get some athletes to get more and more comfortable with the turn. Their hips are actually at a more serious extended angle. We'll get to that in a little bit. But the big idea would be on this extended leg, notice the shin angle, and most importantly, notice where the knee is relative to the foot. It should be it should be inside the instep of the foot. And this will of course happen on both sides. Here we go. Check my art here. That'll happen to some degree on both sides. This is the inside foot if I'm running right. I'm reaching, tagging, and exploding out. But in both cases, but especially on the reach leg, the leg that we're tagging with, the knee should be inside the plant foot. Okay, and if you can imagine this, let's extend it even further. Okay, extend it even further. Our shoulders, imagine the shoulders. There's the head. This is actually turning out pretty good. I hope you can all see what I'm doing here. Okay, this is a person, okay, about to reach down and tag. Okay, you see where this is all going, but the momentum, there's an anticipation here, and you'll notice the joints of the body. We want to keep the chest and the upper body over the base as often as we can. Again, as we gain comfort, we can make those angles more and more extreme, but it'll all be shoulders over hips, over base. The extension of the base will look like this. Knee inside of foot, explode and return in the opposite direction. Again, what we don't want, let me show you the alternative. What we don't want is for the knees to be outside of the plant foot. Okay? In the direction that we're running. If we're running in this direction, we don't want our knees and joints to move over our base. Imagine this, as I approach, say, the hash, and I'm running toward it, and I don't anticipate and align my joints appropriately, what will happen is all my momentum and my weight will go over the top. You see this all the time, especially novice runners. They'll go over the top, and you spend all this energy trying to recruit that force, everything backwards. It's just a waste of time and energy, and actually puts strange tensions on the ligaments of the knee, or even the ankle in those cases. So what we want to do is you almost want to imagine sinking into a squat, okay, reaching, sinking, tagging, boom, exploding out of the squat as quickly as we can to then run in the opposite direction. Change of direction. That is us teaching the turn. Now, again, the things to really keep in mind as a coach here would be help the young person anticipate the turn, slow this down. Remember, the old mantra in teaching all this is do it right, do it right, do it right, then do it fast. Okay, so get the mechanics right and then start picking up the intensity. I think you'll get a lot out of it. We're going to actually create another video on the turn specifically at speed We'll get to that in a little bit, but if you got any specific questions on teaching the turn, please feel free to reach out.